Good morning, friends. We are on chapter number 3 of account part 2, that is provision and reserve. In this lecture, we are going to talk about the difference between general reserve and capital reserve. Friends, we know general reserve is created out of revenue profit and capital reserve is created out of capital profit. And keeping these things in mind, we are going to differentiate two. The first point, from which account it is appropriated. So general reserve is appropriation out of profit and loss appropriation account. Capital reserve is arises out of capital profit. The amount of capital profit is transferred to capital reserve. Second, use. General reserve can be used for any purpose, like for growth of business or for distribution of dividend or to meet with contingent requirement, while capital reserve can be used to write off capital loss, like loss on sale or revaluation of fixed asset, or to write off intangible asset and fictitious asset like goodwill, preliminary expense, discount on issue of debentures, etc. So general reserve can be used for any purpose like growth of business or to increase the financial condition of business, while capital reserve can be used to write off capital loss or write off intangible asset or fictitious asset like goodwill, preliminary expense, discount on issue of debentures, etc. What else? Dividend. General reserve can be used for distribution of dividend, but generally capital reserve cannot be used for distribution of dividend. Dividend can be paid out of capital reserve only under specific circumstances, subject to certain conditions. Okay, so in normal conditions, dividend is not given out of capital profit, but in some specific circumstances, subject to certain condition, dividend can be given out of capital reserve. And the last point, bonus share. General reserve can be used for the distribution of bonus share to the shareholder, but in case of capital reserve, generally capital reserve cannot be used for distribution of bonus share. If it can be used only, it can be used if there is provision in article of association of the company, and that too subject to certain condition. Okay, friends, so this was about the difference between general reserve and capital reserve. Here our chapter number 3 comes to an end. From next lecture we will be doing chapter number 4.